My name is Matthew Harris. I am the owner and founder of Blitz Studios. Blitz Studios is a video production company located in Cleveland. We specialize in all sorts of productions, but today we're going to be talking about wedding videography and 5 tips on how to choose the right videographer for your wedding. Tip number 1, define your expectations. So this is really important when couples are first sitting down and talking about wedding videography, is defining the expectations that you have for your wedding videographer. If you only have $500 to get a wedding videographer, do not expect your wedding video to look like a Steven Spielberg movie. You have to be realistic and understand that a wedding videographer can only do so much, especially if there's only one person there at your wedding. They're not gonna be able to capture every single detail of the day. It's only one person, they only have so many hands. Now, luckily for you, here at Blitz Studios, we require 2 wedding videographers for every wedding, and I think that's really important to safeguarding your memories and making sure that you don't step out of frame of a camera, that someone's always monitoring the second or third camera, and really gives our couples that next level of quality and production value. And really just figuring out what you want out of your wedding videos. Are you one that's super big into social media and that wants a lot of Instagram reel style content, or are you just looking to be able to replay a 2-hour-long video and watch the day? Having said that, it's important to make sure that you have your expectations clear and you be upfront with your wedding videographer on what you're expecting. Tip number 2 is going to be defining your style. I think this is really important to look at just the overall themes and color scheme you have of your wedding, and then finding a wedding videographer that kind of matches your vision. But also be upfront with the videographer. Like for us, we have the flexibility of color grading weddings and making a wedding a specific style. So I think that's a two-way street there, is you have to define your style, but you also have to relay that to the videographer, and the videographer needs to then understand what your style is and be able to tell you if they can or can't do that. Tip number 3, define your budget. I think this is really important for couples when they're in the initial stages of deciding if wedding videography is right for them, is setting a budget that they want to stick to. You know, with your budget, there's gonna be a range in production quality you get. You know, here, being a production company at Blitz Studios, we've invested tens of thousands of dollars into our equipment, and we shoot on Netflix approved cinema cameras. And it really goes a long way for our couples because it literally looks like they could be on the cover of Netflix trending videos. Tip number 4, and that's going to be browse videographers and book ahead of time. Don't just pick one company and go with them. Definitely take some time and compare and contrast the different videographers. There's a lot of different styles out there in a lot of different companies. So really taking the time, if you're going to invest in wedding videography, make sure you find the right fit and don't just pick the first person that's available. It's also important to book ahead of time. So keep that in mind when you're planning for wedding videography services. The best in the business are gonna book the fastest and further out. Last but not least, tip number 5, and that's personality. And this kind of goes with finding a videographer that's going to match your personality. Here at Blitz Studios, we really have an upbeat, energetic vibe. And so I really look for couples that are fun to be around, that wanna enjoy the day, and that are cool with us cracking jokes, having fun. When we go with them on the day of the wedding, it's a very intimate experience and it can be a little intimidating. So you really want to find a wedding videographer that you can relate to and that's going to make you feel comfortable at the day of your wedding. At Blitz Studios, we take the approach of providing an experience the day of the wedding. We're kind of putting them at ease while we're capturing one of the most important days of their life. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch this video on the 5 tips on choosing the right wedding videographer for your wedding. If you're interested in learning more about our services, you can reach out to me. You can check out our website, hit that like button, smash subscribe.